This video is about 3 boring side hustles. Most 9-to-5 workers bring home $2,000 a month. But right now, people with no free time and no special skills are quietly pulling way more than that from 3 hustles most people walk right past. I spent 40 hours inside Reddit threads, government databases, and real auditor case studies to find these. And they work for one reason: they look too boring to try. Over $148 billion is sitting unclaimed across these 3 areas in 2026. I call this the dead money stack. And hustle number 3 is the one nobody on YouTube is talking about. Let's start with the first hustle in the dead money stack. I call this one the government money hunt. Right now, $49 billion is sitting inside U.S. state treasuries. That money belongs to regular Americans. Old bank accounts, forgotten insurance checks, uncashed paychecks, utility deposits people never picked up. The government holds all of it. And here's the part most people cannot believe. 1 in 7 Americans has money waiting for them right now and has absolutely no idea. That is where you come in. Your job is simple. You find that money in free government databases. You track down the owner, you help them file the paperwork to claim it, and you take a legal cut, anywhere from 10 to 30% when the money lands in their hands. Think about this. One recovery agent found $87,000 sitting across 3 different states for a widow who had zero idea it existed. The agent took 30%, that is $26,000 for doing research and filling out forms. No product, no store, no employees, just information. Now, most people think this hustle works the same way it did 10 years ago. Back then, agents had to buy physical lists from the county. They mailed hundreds of letters. Most people threw them in the trash thinking it was a scam. It was slow, it was expensive, and the trust problem was almost impossible to fix. In 2026, everything changed. Today you go to Missing Money.com for free. It is backed by the government. You can search 10 states at the same time in under 15 minutes. And instead of mailing suspicious letters, modern agents send a simple, transparent message on Facebook or LinkedIn. They show exactly where the money is listed, exactly which database it came from, and exactly how the process works. That one change alone killed the scam feeling, and it made the whole hustle faster, cheaper, and easier to scale. Here is how you start from zero. Go to missingmoney.com. Search common last names in your area. Filter for amounts over $1,000. When you find a match, use a free tool called True People Search to find the owner. Then send them a simple message. Tell them you found money listed under their name and you only get paid if they get paid. Nothing up front. Zero risk for them. Most people hear this and think it sounds like a scam. That doubt is your biggest competition, not other agents. Because the funds are real. They are sitting on government websites right now. And because most people assume it is fake, almost nobody is doing this seriously. That gap is your opportunity. In the description below you will find all 3 hustles' complete 7-day roadmaps. We break down the exact step-by-step actions you need to take each day to go from zero to your very first payout. The link is right below this video. Now that first hustle finds money the government is already holding for people. But the second hustle? It finds money that businesses are handing over every single month by accident, and most of them have been doing it for years. I call this one the bill error sweep. Every business in America pays utility bills, electricity, gas, water, telecom, and most owners just pay whatever number shows up. They trust the utility company. They assume computers do not make mistakes. Here is the truth. Studies show 17% of commercial utility invoices contain errors. That is nearly 1 in 5 bills. And because these bills are loaded with demand charges, tariff codes, tax lines, and fees nobody understands, those errors stay hidden for years. One manufacturing plant was being overcharged for 3 straight years. When an auditor finally reviewed the bills, they found $183,000 in errors. The auditor took 30%. That is $54,900 for reviewing spreadsheets. Here is what most people do not realize. 10 years ago, this hustle was brutal. Auditors had to print hundreds of pages of tariff books. They manually compared numbers line by line. One audit took 40 hours or more. Only big companies with full-time energy consultants could afford to do it properly. In 2026, that entire process fits inside a laptop. You upload a PDF of the bills. AI tools scan every single line in under 60 seconds. They flag the wrong rate class. They catch the tax charges that should not be there. They highlight demand spikes that look suspicious. What used to take 40 hours now takes 4. The money hiding into those bills did not get smaller. The time it takes to find it did. Here is how to start. Target small businesses with big utility bills, laundromats, car washes, restaurants, small warehouses. Walk in or send a message and say this: I think you are overpaying your utility company. If I find nothing, you pay nothing. If I find errors, we split the recovery. Collect their last 12 months of bills. Then look for 3 things. First, check if they are on the wrong rate class. A business stuck on the wrong tariff is wasting thousands every month without knowing it. Second, look for tax charges on businesses that should be exempt. Manufacturers and nonprofits often qualify, but nobody applies those exemptions automatically. Third, find demand charge spikes that look unusually high for that month. You are not fixing any wires. You are not an engineer. You are catching math errors on a document. And in 2026, the boring part became fast. The money did not. Most channels out there waste your time with recycled content. Every video on this channel is built from real data, real case studies, and real research you will not find anywhere else. If this kind of no BS research is what you are looking for, hit subscribe. So Hustle 1 finds dead money sitting in government accounts. Hustle 2 recovers money businesses are bleeding through utility bills. But this third hustle, and this one is happening inside every single company right now, silently, automatically, every single month, and almost nobody is catching it. This is the one nobody on YouTube is talking about. The third and most profitable hustle in the dead money stack. I call this one the ghost subscription hunt. Here is something most people do not know. The average company today uses over 100 software tools: Slack, Zoom, Salesforce, Asana, Adobe, HubSpot, the list goes on, and they pay for all of them every single month automatically. But here is what happens. Employees quit. New tools get bought. Old ones never get canceled. Nobody is watching. Industry data shows companies waste 30 to 40% of their entire software budget every year on tools nobody opens, on accounts assigned to people who left months ago, on duplicate apps doing the exact same job. A company spending $200,000 a year on software is quietly throwing away $60,000 to $80,000 every year without realizing it. One tech startup had 247 unused Zoom seats that nobody canceled. That was $43,000 in annual waste. The auditor who found it took 25%. That is $10,750 for a few hours of spreadsheet work. Before 2022, finding this waste was a nightmare. Auditors had to manually read through every single credit card statement. They called employees one by one asking if they still used a tool. They guessed what random charges meant. It took weeks just to build the list of subscriptions. Most small business owners never bothered. The problem stayed invisible. In 2026, it takes one afternoon. Companies export their software expenses from QuickBooks in one click. AI tools read that file and instantly group every subscription by category. They flag duplicate tools. They show which seats have had 0 logins in 90 days. They calculate exactly how much is being wasted every month. The waste was always there. Now it is just impossible to hide. Here's how you start from zero. Target small companies with 10 to 50 employees. Marketing agencies, law firms, real estate offices. Message them on LinkedIn and say this: I find hidden software waste for companies. If I find nothing, you pay nothing. If I find waste, we split the savings. When they agree, ask for a simple export of their monthly software expenses. Then look for 3 things. First, zombie seats. Paid accounts for employees who already left. Active licenses. 0 logins. Pure waste. Second, duplicate tools. Paying for both Zoom and Microsoft Teams, or both Asana and Monday at the same time. Third, wrong pricing tiers. A company paying for an enterprise plan when a basic plan covers everything they actually use. The reason this hustle is making the most money right now is simple. Software spending is exploding. Companies are buying tools faster than they are cleaning up old ones. And 99% of business owners already know they have waste. They just do not want to deal with it. That is your job, and that is your paycheck. So there you have it. The dead money stack. The government money hunt finds billions sitting in state databases. The bill error sweep catches mistakes businesses have been paying for years. And the ghost subscription hunt finds software waste draining company accounts every single month. 3 boring hustles. Real money. And if boring is not your thing, go watch this video right now. Because in that one I cover 3 easiest side hustles that are exciting, fast, and perfect for 9 to 5 workers who want to start today.